Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at justkeepswimming_podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your boy, your friend, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we're live again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr.
1-3,
a.k.a.
Trois,
a.k.a.
Captain Capper,
a.k.a.
Donovan Jackson,
a.k.a.
Darkness.
Oh, I was waiting for. I was like darkness. I hope you say it. That's an old school when he used darkness and like. Yeah, that's your old gamer tag. I love it. I love it.
Old Pokemon games, too. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us again for another great episode. And you already know we have some more fire in the bank for you guys. So we're going ahead and just dive right into it. And we have some very special guests with us today. Coming all the way from Milwaukee, now in Vegas, we have the Hendrix Bros. We have
Marvin and Tim?
Yeah, Marvin and Tim. Yeah, Melvin and Tim. Sorry, I want to make sure I got it right. Melvin and Tim. How we doing, fellas, today?
Real good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank y'all for joining us today. I appreciate y'all so much. And, thank you for taking the time. And sorry for holding you up a little bit on that. But, yeah, thank you so much, fellas. Yeah, so we're going to just dive right into it. And I just actually want to learn, like, who are you guys? Like, when people walk up and say, who are the Hendrix Bros, like, what is your answer for that?
You can go first.
I would say creative individuals, positive, all about, making other people feel important and just try to just stay positive and keep good energy, good vibes.
Yeah,
I love it. And what about you, Tim?
Artists, innovators, creators, entrepreneurs. So a lot in the blender. A little bit of that.
I like it. So what kind of art do you guys do? I know you guys do paintings, of course, but like, do you guys do more than that?
Yeah, we get into the custom, so it could be like groups of pictures that we put together, and animals, landscapes. So any media, we're pretty much open when it comes to art.
That's dope. And then what type of, like, your art is really unique. I wish we would have brought some today so the crowd can see them. But if you guys haven't checked out their art yet, go check out Hendrix Bros at IG, and you can see so much of their art listed. Hendrix, HENDRIX Bros on IG. You can see all their art. And a lot of your art, I've been noticing, it looks like you're catching the aura of a person. Like, can y'all explain, like, what that is? Like, what am I actually looking at? It's so crazy, so dope, though.
We try to keep it spiritual. Like, we try to capture the essence of everybody that we do.
And the frequency of the person. Just by looking at them, you can pick up a certain vibration.
Yeah.
And then we just try to select the color that's closest to the person as we kind of perceive them.
Have you always been able to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was pretty much able to see auras when I was a little kid, yeah.
That's interesting. So, like, you actually, like, so can you see my aura right now?
I see yours, it's like a light blue.
Deep. I always thought it'd be red. What about him?
I see more of a purple, of a light purple aura.
So what do those like two colors like mean to you then?
Like blended together, or those two colors?
Or
just
let's go
individually, yeah.
Individually?
Yeah.
I would see for him, the reason why I seen that light, I see a lot of the throat chakra. He's real good at communication. And I see with him more of the mind. He likes to go deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
That's pretty accurate too.
I mean, so it's funny you say that. So I do. I hear the producer there laughing. So I do podcasting.
Okay.
I host trivia, and I also coach flag football. And I've done so many presentations in my life that I can't count them. So yeah,
That's what's up.
That's pretty interesting how you said that. And I always feel I'm a terrible communicator, but I mean, if you see it, then I'm gonna run with it.
I mean, you can't just start conversations though. Like, I mean, after we got settled today, like you just went in and started having conversation. Like I kind of did when we both pulled up, but like you're just much more of a natural at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I mean, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I try, years and years of practice of being shy. It's funny you said that because the other day I was telling the story how I went to the barbershop the first time to go see Trey. Shout out Trey Barber, House of Phage. And I sat there for 3 hours because I was scared to walk up to him to say, hey, I'm Adrian. I'm here for this 2 o'clock appointment. So I sat there for 3 hours and didn't get my hair cut because I was scared to talk.
When was this?
This was when young, bro. I was like 11 or so. And I sat there and I got in trouble and everything. And the moms had to come in and embarrass me. So, yes, I had to learn communication, man. I love it. But enough about me, though. Yeah, it's not about me today. So, do you also see things as well, Melvin? No?
No, I'm not as into that as much.
I do.
But he's always been that way.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask a quick question. Can you see your own aura?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you look in the mirror, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a light yellow.
Most of the time, or does it ever change? Or?
Depends on the moods,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so because I'm in podcaster mode, I'm getting off of blue aura right now. But if I'm part of coach mode or something like that, it's part
Be
of
red.
Yeah, more red for groundedness and
Yep.
stuff like that. That's really interesting. I love it.
Do you know about chakras at all?
Yes, I do actually. I actually been digging into chakras a lot lately. Really trying to. We actually had a class the other day. Shout out to Adam from Adam. We did a whole human design class. Have you guys
Wow.
heard about human design?
First time hearing about that one.
No.
Really? So human design is an amazing study where they talk about how pretty much based off astrology, birthday, star chart, all these different type of charts that I do not know the correct names for them. They can really break down your design, what it is to be your human being. He looks at it as your human manual, kind of like your car manual. It's your human manual, who you are. So you understand why when I get angry, I get mad at others because my anger is bitterness, and that's what really gets to me. Not, I don't get mad at myself, but when somebody else makes me late, now it's this person's fault. Now I'm all about to burn down the building because of this person, So it's really amazing, though. So I would check that out, both of you guys, and it's actually free too. Everybody out there listening, go check out your human design. If you don't know your human design yet, you're slacking in life right now. So please go get your human design. You're an Aries, you know all this other stuff. Human design is all that blended together. So yeah, I would check it out for sure. But back to chakras though. Yes, I have been working on my chakras, trying to get my root chakra back grounded and everything. Get some crystals in my life to try to get my chakras, more charged up and get the things that I need to do. So yeah, what about you guys? You guys are big into chakras and everything?
For me, I found it very interesting how they were able to break down the different levels on the body, like the solar plex, the crown chakra, and then, like I said, the grounding. That's a real important one on the earth right now.
Right.
That way you don't get too charged up in the ego and then you get out of control.
Exactly.
Which
So
a lot
balance.
of people have like problems with, I guess now.
Yeah. Especially now because everything's very accelerated right now with emotions. It seems like.
Yes. No, I agree with that. They're accelerated. I feel like a lot of people need to learn to slow down again.
Yeah.
Like when's the last time you went to a park and took a walk without looking at your phone, wondering what time it was?
Yeah, that's true.
Like we have to get back to that. So
I was gonna say honestly, when you take that brief pause, like recently, I just had to go get my car service yesterday in the morning, and shout outs to Dad. He left his phone at home, and then he didn't see me come out, so he went back home to get his phone, and then I was just like, well, I gotta wait for him to come back. But instead of just being on my phone while sitting on the bench, I was just chilling, looking at the scenery.
People watching.
Yeah. And I mean, there was like 3 different people that came up and was like, "Oh, how you doing? Oh, have a good day. I hope you have a blessed one." But just being able to have that open aura to accept communication and kind of connect with people, as they come by through life, just taking appreciation for life, which is nice.
Right, exactly. So I'm guessing you guys are big into the spiritual realm, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Big
we
time.
are.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. What about you, Melvin? Like, what are your big spiritual things that you really like?
I'm just a spiritual person. We was raised in a Christian church, apostolic. So my dad is still a pastor. So
Oh, word.
yeah, we always had a spiritual background.
That's really dope, man. So now, so it's low-key like you taking your spiritual background and throwing it into your paintings.
Into the art. Yeah, as I got older, after our mom passed, that's when we started to come together and do it together.
Oh, that's dope. You guys really unite. So you guys are actually blood brothers.
But same mother and father. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Is it? How does it feel working with your brother?
For me, it's a dream because you can relate on every level. So it's not like you're looking at him side-eyed, wondering if he's trying to undermine you or anything like that. So it's a good unity within the team, and we're growing together with the entrepreneur spirit, and it's really working out.
That's dope. So like, who's the first one to I guess take that step into art and then bring the other one with them, or was it more of?
I would say him.
Yeah, it was kind of a combination because we would go out to eat and then we would discuss it, way back in the day, and it was like to see it turn into what it turned into. It just shows that we kind of manifested it by having the idea, early on. But our mom, pretty much put it in us to do it. She kept mentioning it over and over.
Kind of like a catalyst, I guess,
Yeah.
for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and that's beautiful. I feel like my mom did that the same thing too. She always wanted to make sure the family stuck together. So it was kind of dope because when I came up with the idea for the podcast, my brother was the first 2 people I reached out to. Dom and Triv, I reached out to them first, and I was like, hey, I had this idea. You guys know all this music stuff. How do I make it happen?
And it's crazy because I was thinking like the same thing about like a year prior, because I always wanted to like do a podcast, and then it was like a dream idea to do a podcast, and then have guests come onto the show. We'll talk about philosophy, spirituality, blah blah blah, and then at the end I'll cook up a beat like out of nowhere, and then somebody just freestyles on it. That's the ending to the show.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, but he hit me up with the idea of just the podcast, and I was like, I'm down. Like, why not?
Yeah, we want to do one eventually at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah. No. What kind of topics you want to talk about?
Everything.
Oh, we're pretty open, flexible.
Yeah.
And I just stop myself if there's something I'm uncomfortable with. I'll be honest. 'Cause some stuff will stir people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
You
one.
know?
Yeah, it can't get too deep sometimes.
Nah.
Yeah, people ain't ready for that.
Not everybody.
I love it. So let's get into more of your background a little bit. I remember we were talking during the pregame, and you guys were talking about you were from Milwaukee, and you guys moved to Vegas.
Right.
Like, that is a big jump. Like, what made you take that jump?
We feel like it was more opportunity here compared to Milwaukee.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't really have, like, the artist world out there, I'm guessing, like the music world?
They have a few people, like Rico Love is from Milwaukee, Jacob Lattimore.
Cuckoo Cal.
Yeah, Cuckoo Cal. So they have people, it's just not, I feel like it's not as much opportunity.
Right.
Do you think those people also left the city first to get the notoriety and then kind of came back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely was branching out and traveling and, getting their name out there too, and then coming back home.
Right, and then showing everybody where you're actually from now.
Exactly.
Okay, I can understand that. So is that like your same type of plan, I'm guessing, from coming out here to Vegas for your music, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we did a lot since we've been here, so I feel like it was a good move.
That's dope. What have you guys done? Like, I'm just curious. I just want to know your resume. Like, I'm really just want to learn about you.
What's the number of the art shows now? Kind of
Over 60 art shows.
definitely, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you guys put them on yourself? Or you guys actually attend them and everything?
We did a lot of First Friday shows over on Main and Charleston. And we did West Las Vegas Art Center. And we did that twice. So
Okay.
yeah, we did a lot.
That's really dope. So you guys still be out there on First Friday and everything?
We'll be back soon.
We plan to do it in May, so we're working on that right now.
Okay, so yeah, everybody listening, make sure you guys check them out. First Friday in May. Don't get their art. If you guys haven't looked up their art yet, I had to search them up because some of their art is too unique. Oh, I did not just do that. Freaking iPhones. There we go.
Yeah, no, please.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's super dope. Like, I wish I
Can you
could.
put some up?
Yeah, Triv. There we
There you
go.
go.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Tease. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the Hendrix Bros art right there, and I'm just loving it. That Nicki Minaj, you got the Tupac. Is that Redman? That ain't Redman.
That's a guy named Hassan Fatal. He was a part of Tupac entourage.
Tupac best friend.
He passed away, I think, in 2015.
Yep.
Dope. So, like, what inspired you guys, like, to draw these? Is really just, like, you have a whole bunch of artists you just want to do, or?
Well, we kind of look at their documentaries and we learn about them, and then we're inspired enough, we'll just do a painting.
And that kind of gives people opportunity to kind of research them and, see what their life was about.
And that's where like the aura thing kind of comes in.
Definitely.
So another question, I guess, about the auras: can you get an aura based off of just the information themselves without
That helps.
necessarily? Yeah,
I definitely sometimes do a little research
yeah.
just to kind of get an idea of the horoscope and kind of the mentality they got,
Right. I understand. So it does take a lot to get an aura. So, like, how long do you have to, like, know somebody or research somebody to really feel you can paint their aura?
Sometimes it's quick and sometimes it takes a day, just to
Just to
channel
reflect on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at a couple of videos and interviews,
So do you guys paint separately together? Like, you guys actually, like, can join in and jump on each other's paintings, or how does that work?
I'll do some work on it, then I'll pass it on to him,
Oh, word.
vice versa. And we kind of just do what we feel.
Oh,
we did
word.
a live show before we did it at the same time.
Collaboration, yeah.
Oh, dope.
sick.
That is really sick. So y'all really have to be, like, in sync on the same term and everything.
Definitely. Yeah.
That is really dope. So what do you guys do to get, like, in sync? Do you think it's just, like, really just natural between you guys?
Maybe genetics, probably just us having the same mom and dad. Yeah.
Yeah, because we just normally just randomly we'll just do a painting, Sometime 2 at the same time, 3 at the same time. Get in that little zone.
So what do you do when you guys feel like you're out of sync? Like, sometimes me and him, we're coming with an episode idea, and I'll call him, like, what you want to talk about? And we'll be like, I'll call you back in 3 days.
Yeah.
And we'll give ourselves really 3 days to figure it out, and then come back and then touch bases again. So I'm like, what do you guys do to get back on the same page?
Write like 3 songs, a couple songs, get into the music world a little bit, and then we'll kind of get an idea of the next painting.
Interesting. So
But it comes quick too, though.
Oh, it does come quick.
Yeah.
So it's like once you tap into it, you're just there now.
Mm-hmm.
That's really dope. You was gonna ask a question, sorry.
I forgot. Yeah, it trailed off, but I think it got answered either way, so you're good.
That's really dope. So, so how long have you guys actually been doing the music, or how long have you guys been doing the music and the painting for? Like, did it start in Vegas, or did it start in Milwaukee and you just brought it out here?
We talked about it for a while in Milwaukee before it actually happened out here. So.
Right. Because I was doing like lower scales, like stuff, color pencils and paintings here and there, but here the paintings are dominant right now, the acrylic paintings.
So then, what was your catalyst? Like, what was the thing that really made you just say, you know what, we've been talking about this forever, let's just do it? Like, what was the catalyst that really made you say that?
I would say our mom passing away. Like
Right.
that really sparked something in us to, like, because she always talked about it, so we figured this could be our way of paying homage to her and kind of showing our appreciation.
Right.
And kind of having a family business to kind of pass on to the next generation to have a legacy that we can build early,
Right. No, I respect that. I respect that for sure. Do you have any more of your family that's like in arts or anything?
Let me see if I can name. I think some of them are able to do it, but not on the level that we do. I have an uncle that was real good at it.
So I think I worded the question wrong. I was trying to get out what you said in the pregame, but I know you guys said you guys are actually related to a famous artist or a musician, actually.
Yeah, our dad says we related to Jimi Hendrix.
And then you think that just runs in your blood now?
Yeah, I think so.
That's super dope, man. Have you guys actually been like to like his house or anything, or?
His brother reached out like maybe 5 years ago, and we did a painting for him, and that was like the closest to Jimmy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really dope. That's super dope. Did y'all always hear good things about your relative or no?
Jimmy. Yeah. I watched a lot of his documentaries, and I watched the movie Andre 3000 did, so that helped me like understand him a lot more.
Right.
And he said, like, I remember during the pregame too, you were talking about like spreading like his ideology and message too. What is that for you, if you could put that into words?
I would say spirituality. He was real big on colors and just expressing yourself and
World peace.
yeah.
You know, it seemed like he wasn't really deep into race. He was open to whoever was able to come to his energy level,
Right.
and vibrations. So, and he was a little bit quiet and laid back. I'm kind of like that, but then I have two sides because of Gemini. You know, so I encompass a lot of his energy as I research it. A lot about him, like very similarities, especially with my brother, with him too, as far as the characteristics and things that he said.
That's dope. So it's like you really feel like I'm more related than I thought I was to him.
Exactly.
You
Once
know?
you start researching, you start seeing the things that seem like it's in sync with his, as far as the way people look at us too.
Yeah.
As far as how he started off.
That's dope. That's really dope. So one song that I've been listening to that you guys have right now is called Drainage, I believe it's called. Don't y'all take my energy. Boy, that song right there is stuck in my head, bro. So
Appreciate
I'm just curious of like, where'd you get the inspiration from that? Like, where did that come from?
I
Definitely
would
think that
say-
you're on the strip recording too. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, I would say it was from experiences, like different people we interacted with that we felt like they were kind of more so draining us than giving us energy. So we wanted to kind of do something to kind of, show that.
And then for me, it's like, just for instance, you don't want to go somewhere and they're taking all your money. So it's like you're draining your energy as far as the money level. Right. Or you can look at it as you just want to be able to go somewhere and relax. You don't want to come back home and feel like you've been drained. You got to charge your battery back up.
Right. Yeah, no.
It's a lot of experiences.
And it was
That's dope.
Trevion too.
Definitely.
T-Smack, he made the beat for it. So when he sent it, that's the first thing I thought of.
That's sick.
That's dope. That's really dope. Shout out Tease for making that amazing beat, man. That was beautiful, bro. I love it. It's been stuck in my head forever. Like, it was funny because me and PJ was at the house working the other day. He started singing it. I was like, bro, I just got it out of my head. You just brought it back into my head. Like, come on, man.
That's what's up.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I love it, man. I love it. So, so then, I know we always, like to talk about the good stuff when it comes to being an artist and everything, but sometimes I like to talk about, some of the darker sides of it. So I guess one of my questions is what is some of the biggest difficulties you have when it comes to being an artist? Definitely, a painter / a rapper.
I would say finding like-minded people that's like on the same path that we're on and just have that go-getter mentality consistent. That's hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that explains why you came to Vegas, because it made it a lot easier to find some consistent people.
Definitely.
I understand that.
Yep.
What about you, Tim?
For us, it's just letting people know that we do custom and other art, because they think that because they see the celebrity art, that's all we do. But we did a lot of custom art pieces for people right now that's on their walls. So it's just a misconception some people have. They're like, why don't you do more cats? Or why don't you always tell them we do everything plus that, So just getting in tune with people, like you said, is like-minded, is able to spread the message that we're able to do all types of art. We're open, very open.
No, I love that. And is there a certain message you guys have behind your art that you really just want to get out?
What would you say?
For the art, it's just showing that anybody can pretty much do it, their own version,
Beautiful.
Any art is art in general, but most people try to limit it to you have to go to school for it, you got to go, do this and that. But really, it's your idea of art,
Right. Oh, okay, beautiful. Well, before we get right to the audience, I just want to tap on exactly what you said. Just let everybody know you can do it, So that's
Definitely.
exactly what we've been doing with the podcast. You know, we've been dropping an episode every Monday for the last 3 years, and it's like I'm showing people you can be consistent if you want to.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You
It's
just gotta
possible.
make the time for it.
You gotta make the time, make the effort, and do it. You know, and a lot of people don't want to do that, so I think that's beautiful. But go ahead, Mr. Tees. What we got from the audience? Can't hear you, brother.
Can't hear you, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of hard because we
encompass so much, and it's always depending on the mood, the day. For me, I would let them go, then I'll go next. As far as what do you focus on? As far as
I love music, but I appreciate the art too. So it's kind of hard to pick just one.
because I go back and forth.
And then
One
eventually,
day,
I want to get into like filming and
Definitely.
other things. I want to kind of branch out to a lot of different stuff. So yeah.
it depends on the if I have that mojo. Now, if I got that energy like Kobe,
Yeah.
I'll be done in like 40. We'll be done like 45 minutes or to an hour.
Really?
Or
Like a
sometimes
full
quick.
painting?
Well, sometimes we can do 2 and 3 hours. Depends on that. If we got that
The
high
mood.
level,
It depends on what's happening. around
yeah,
the
that
time.
energy. We'll take the energy from what's happening, put it into the paintings. We'll be done. I would say 2 and 3, 4 hours. Yeah.
And then to go off of that question, how much do you charge for a painting, a custom painting, and a celebrity painter or something that's pre-painted?
We usually start off for 18 by 24s for $50, and then the bigger the painting, the more. So like for 30 by 32, it might be like $100.
Oh wow!
Yep. So
You try to be reasonable.
Yeah, that's
And that's for custom.
Custom included. Depends on the sizes.
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty economic, honestly. And then,
yeah, we try to make it reasonable for people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, crazy. Do we have another question, Mr. Tees?
No, it's just me and my brother right now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty much solo dolo or us bringing our energies together, motivation together. We kind of motivate each other to keep going, but the support is very. What would you say the word for that? I don't want to say the wrong word.
Small.
Yeah, it's not what we expected, but we always push each other
Right.
to continue to grow in that area.
Right. No, beautiful. And I always feel, keep doing it and the support will come for sure. It's going to come naturally,
For sure.
no question. So then, like you said, you guys are multiple type of artists, plus you guys, I'm sure, have other stuff to do in your life. So I'm just curious on how do you find the time to always be creative? Or is it like, I heard some people, they set out certain times to say from 12 to 1, this is when I'm going to paint. Other people is literally, if I'm walking down the street and the spark hits me, I'll pull out a pencil and start drawing right there. Like, how does it for you? Just curious.
For us, it's like whenever we're available for it, but we're very random with a lot of the art that we do.
Yeah. Just kind of like on a whim.
Yep, it could be on a Sunday, it could be on a Wednesday night. We're definitely unpredictable with art.
So it's like you have to wait for the inspiration to hit you, and then once it hits, though,
Definitely.
you take it and run with it.
Yep.
I was gonna say, what happens when you guys get into like a creative rut, like creator's block, essentially?
That don't really happen too often.
Really?
No, I haven't witnessed it yet. So for us, it's finding time to figure out when we're going to do the art or the music. So it's exciting knowing what we can create on both levels.
So it's like you have a whole bunch balled up all the time,
Exactly.
and you're just trying to find time to release it.
Right. We'll just go, go, go. It could be either art or it could be us, freestyling some stuff, getting some stuff ready for the music level. So
That's dope. I love it, man. I wish I was that creative all the time. I run so many slumps. I'll just be, man, I'm stuck. I love it, man. So then how do you guys find time for your spiritual life as well? Like, do you guys have like some spiritual routines that you do? Meditating, yoga, I don't know, lift
Audiobooks.
weights. Yeah, like what do you do to grow yourself though, personally?
I watch a lot of documentaries. I read books, a lot of audio books.
for me, I just research spirituality in general kind of figure out what I can take for someone else that actually helps me to develop a higher level of ascension. So it's pretty much being a researcher, pretty much.
Right. Always researching, always growing your knowledge.
Seeing what I resonate with.
Right, exactly. And I like that right there. See what resonates with you. Like, it's good to and I love that. I love that because it's like a lot of people want to research it because they think it won't resonate, but it's like, just test it out, taste it. If you don't like it, then throw it away. But if you do like it,
filter it, you know.
Exactly, yeah. Take it and run with it. So then, besides spiritual, like, what about personal growth? Like, what do you do to continue to grow yourself personally? Like, definitely in the artist realm. How do you guys always become better artists or better rappers or whatever it is you're doing?
I would say consistency. Just try to stay consistent.
And just being grateful for the ability to be able to communicate on the level that we do. Because a lot of people, which is okay to do what they do, but our area where we go in is more of the healing. You know, so a lot of people, we don't see as many people that should be in that because it's kind of like the problem in the world. People are dealing with trauma. So the music can definitely be a way of healing the people. You know,
I love that. I love that. And I feel like that with that Drainage song. Like, when somebody starts trying to steal my energy, don't take my energy. Please don't steal my energy. And like, yeah, I love it.
All right, you guys got another question too.
Yes, sir.
And apologize. I don't think people heard the first time. They should hear them now. There's a question though. Have you thought about putting your art on clothing?
Yes, that's one of our goals.
Yeah, we had little startups, but then, of course, we had those little pitfalls here and there. But definitely that's on the agenda.
Is it like a ETA, I guess, or possibly? I mean, not to put pressure like that, but you know,
just like a coming in February or something.
Just in case there was, you know, for
fourth quarter or something.
Right now we don't have any
exact date.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But definitely coming soon.
Dope.
Sounds good.
We just want to do it right.
Right.
I feel that.
Good quality, and we want people to be lined up. Let me get mine.
Exactly. And then where can they go and get your art right now, actually, if they wanted to get it? Like, is there a website or anything they can go to?
Right now it's just social media. You can go on our Instagram at Hendrix Bros, Facebook.
Okay.
And they'll see us more at art shows. We're definitely going to get back out there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yep. So you already know your website and everything's going to be not the website. The Instagram is going to be in the link of the bio for sure. The episode. So if you guys didn't hear it already, make sure you guys check out the link in the bio so you guys can check it later. So cool. So now let's try and get some fun now because I really want to know who you guys are.
Nah.
So my first question is are you guys flat earthers?
For me, yes and no. So I just take bits and pieces that make sense, and then the rest of it is almost, I do more research to debunk other parts of it, so I kind of get a little tangled up in what I think is what it is. So it's pretty much me still researching, but I believe that it's kind of two sides to it. Depends on the perception of the person or how they're viewing it.
Okay, I like that. That's really interesting.
Could you elaborate a little bit more?
Well,
Like
for some people, they might be in the military, so they might have more facts. For the person that hasn't been in certain areas of the world, they'll still question. Some people know it, but they won't tell you everything because they're kind of like a code where they can't say it. So it's just a lot of levels that some information is put out, but then some of it is pretty much held back purposely. So you just got to kind of go down the rabbit hole, but don't go too far.
Or know where you're going. Know where you're going. You might go down a hole that will get you in trouble.
Nah.
So I like that one. So then my second question would be is when the CERN machine turned on, I believe in 2012, do you believe that the world actually ended? Or do you believe that...
I think it was definitely a shift that happened because I could see the difference in our life after that time period. So
Yeah, I think everything became a little bit scattered as far as people doing things a little bit out of, I don't know, just stuff even with animals. I don't know if you remember where all the animals are going in a little circle.
sheep.
Like the frequency switched.
sheep.
The sheep, yeah.
The sheep, yeah.
And it just seems like the weather became a little bit more intense.
Volatile, yeah.
Yeah, and then a lot of people As far as people, their behavior got a little bit more erratic, you know. So definitely they turned something up, but it didn't affect everybody though.
Right. And that's how I feel too. I feel like a lot of people just, it bounced off them. They didn't really get too affected for sure.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
Some people aren't grounded, like we said earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Some people are open to things they shouldn't be open to.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the same thing. A lot of people don't have nothing to ground to, you know, whether it's a faith or, like you said, nature, or just having some type of sense of purpose.
Right.
And then when they don't have that, they just get blown like a bag in the wind, you know. Whatever happens, happens. So, cool. So then another question for you is, do you guys believe in ghosts? And if so, have you experienced anything supernatural?
For me, I did when I was a young kid several times.
Several times?
Yeah, it was shadow beings, but they were very, like, dwarf type. And they would show up, and they would try to scare me as a kid.
Wow.
And no one believed me when I used to see them. So
Deep.
And I knew they were definitely benevolent, but they were more on a stuck in a dimension, because you can tell that they were only observing. But since I was very young, I was very confused what I was seeing, so I would get terrified. But they were just observing me the whole time. Never got scratched or hurt or anything like that. But it was just the fact I was just too open, probably for the age that I was compared to most.
Right.
Do you think there's beings like on that type of plane of existence that can like directly affect you?
Exactly.
Like that?
If you open yourself to that, if you're not spiritually protected or grounded, they can definitely trick you.
What comes with like being spiritually protected and grounding in your case?
Knowing who you are,
Yeah.
knowing that you're already protected, and just knowing that they can't affect you. They can taunt you and try to scare you, but they can't touch you once you have that connection from the Creator.
Right. Just like they can't open the door, but they can make you come open.
They can tempt you
Yeah,
to
they
do
can
that.
tempt you to open the door, but as long as you know that I have nothing to worry about, I got everything I need in this house.
Right.
Yeah, don't open that door.
Because they're just observing from another dimension, and they're trapped in that one dimension. They can't. But if they can get in you, it's almost like a parasite getting into your body. Like, there's a lot of movies that's out like that too. Like Fallen, one Denzel movie where they touch the other person, went from person to person,
Right.
and that's how they exist through you, through the fear, technically.
Right.
That's deep. I was thinking that Parasite anime.
Yeah, I was
There
thinking
you
that.
go.
That's the first thing I thought too.
Yeah, this world full of parasites on so many levels right now.
Yes, that's crazy.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, keeping it on that spiritual level, how would one find out that they're first infected by this parasite, and then how would they get rid of it?
What's the good way is once you get your checkups from the doctor, you know that's not working. Therapist, it ain't working. Psychologist, it ain't working. Then it's definitely them.
Spiritual.
Yep.
Yeah. And then how would they cleanse themselves? How should they go about it? Because
They have to come to glimpse with the fact that it's what it is. Some people are going to be in denial, think that it's food poisoning, or maybe it's them not being grounded.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say that, and that's what I was thinking too recently, that a lot of stuff is just your chakras aren't aligned.
Right.
And because you're not aligned in the way you're supposed to be aligned, you know, this elbow pain keeps coming back, and the
Off balance.
Off balance, and it's like, why? But you're off balance. And that's
Just think
why.
about it. The cancer is the parasite. That's how deep it is.
Yeah. The cancer, the parasite that you ignored for so long, and it finally truly manifests and grew itself to your body.
Once you thought it was really that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've so there's one amazing book I read by Napoleon Hill. He talks about how, you know, a lot of the cancers, it starts off with indigestion. You know what I'm saying? If you're not eating right, but you're saying, no, I'm gonna pop me a Tums, I'm gonna take me some Pepto, not change up my diet.
treating it, not curing it.
Treating it,
Temporary
not curing
relief.
it. Temporary relief. And
Band-Aid
that
on it.
temporary relief is going to, you know, I'm playing on this pain reliever, but that's not stopping the issue, though. It's
Nope.
just stopping the pain. So until I actually fix it, it's going to keep getting worse and worse. And then, you know, you wonder why your arm falls off. And it's like, well, it's been rotten for a long time, sir. Like, it's been rotten. So you got to do something about it.
Right.
You got to do something. Okay, cool. So my next question for you guys. Money, power, respect. Which, if you had to choose one, which would it be and why? We can start with Melvin.
Just one.
Yep, just choose one and why.
Right now, I would say money. because I feel like that's when I could really execute everything we're trying to accomplish. So, yeah.
I like it. So not selfishly, but just more of I'm trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
For me, it's respect, because to me, that's one of my pet peeves when you can't get that, when you're giving it back already. Once I get that, I think everything else I can come maneuver my way to the next level.
I concur with that.
I like that one. I always agree with respect too. I always feel that with respect comes everything.
Yeah.
You know, the power's gonna come and the money will come with the respect. You know, when they respect your craft, they're gonna give you the money, and then the power's gonna come along with that.
I just will like again to note that Melvin, that was an interesting answer given that you said money, like your explanation behind it. Because man, how many times I've heard that question be asked, and then somebody answers money, but then it's like for like a greedy type of reason too.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, that was refreshing. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that shows character right there. That shows great character. Like I just want to get my projects off the ground, not I want a Benz. You know? I love it. I love it. So one of my last questions in this little, I like to call it a think tank. We ended a think tank in a while, so that's why I started running with it. So if you can go back to your, let's do 2 ages. Let's do your 10-year-old self and your 18-year-old self. What is one piece of advice you would give yourself? 1 at 10 and 1 at 18.
10-year-old self, I would just say keep going to my 10-year-old self. 18-year-old self, I would say same thing. I'm not sure.
Keep going on.
Keep going on, bro.
Just whatever you trying to do, like just don't stop, no matter what.
Right.
Do you feel like you stopped in the past, like at those ages, or is it just more like an encouragement of what you were already doing?
Yeah, I don't feel like I ever stop. I try to keep. I always have the mentality of I got to keep doing and keep going. So, yeah.
Okay, I like that one.
I don't know what you.
For me at 10 is just remembering that this is just me at 10. I'm not going to stay there forever, because at 10 I feel like I was, underappreciated, being short. And
You was short?
At 10 I wasn't, not like Shaq, but compared to everybody else, it seemed like everybody else was giants. So I was a little bit shy, like you were saying, and didn't really know how to put that bass on my voice to get what I wanted. So telling myself pretty much at 10 that this is temporary, that you will get to that next level, but it's got to be patient with yourself. And 18 is, I am the greatest. I started having that mentality of, I am better than I think I am. I just have to start believing it and using the action to manifest the idea that I had when I was younger. So it was really walking into that confidence at 18.
Right. I like that one. I really do like that one.
Appreciate it.
What about you, Donovan? I'm curious.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
No, I asked you first.
Oh, dang. All right. 10? Things will get better.
Like your life
Just
stuff.
like,
I
I
like
don't know,
that.
just that period of my life with just like the family dynamic, and then even school. I think that was like around middle school, but that's when all the black jokes started coming out, especially in like social media and stuff. And we were kind of, or at least my generation's kind of like that test dummy for Facebook and like nearing the end of MySpace and stuff. But with all those memes coming out, and then being in a Madness program where, I'm like one of a handful of black people. So it was just like a lot of targeting, and it's just like everything going on, but things will get better. Things will be okay. And then 18, patience.
Yeah.
I felt like I rushed myself into college, like, especially when I didn't know what I want to do, which now I feel like I've chosen the right time to go back to school and for a purpose. But back then it was just kind of like, I'm going to just go, and then just doing things haphazardly. Granted, I don't take back the exploration that I did, but I definitely could have taken my time on it. That could have like mitigated a lot of pain, self-pain. But other than that, that was what I would say. But what about you?
I love it. At 10, I'm really trying to think of 10. Like, I was thinking that the whole time you was talking. I'm like, I cannot think of nothing for 10 years old. For 10 years old, I would probably say, don't fit in. Like be unique, enjoy your uniqueness. Because I felt a lot of times I was, I played a lot of sports. I did a lot of football. But then outside of, like, football, when we, like, got to the banquets together, it was like a lot of my teammates knew each other already. And then I was like, oh, wow. So I got to figure out how to fit into this group and understand what you guys are doing. And then, that part made me do a lot of stupid stuff trying to be cool.
Be accepted,
Yeah, exactly. And then at 18, I would say I'll tell myself, don't rush. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Because, at 18, everybody has a thought at 18. At 18, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be married by this age, have these many kids. And by 35, I'm a millionaire. Yeah. And here I am at, 33. And it's like, ooh, that plan went all the way down the trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at 18, I would probably tell myself, like, relax and don't rush and find that passion. Find that. Don't worry about the education. The education, good, yes. Great job. But find the passion, too, in there. Yeah. So that's what I would have done.
You guys got another question from the audience?
Yes, please. Then we'll go into our end game.
Okay, cool. So this question says, have you created time goals, like 5 years and 10 years? Mm-hmm. Yeah, is there any, like, timeline on any particular project?
Well, our main thing right now, we want to open up an art gallery.
Definitely
so that's like our main focus right now, where we sell our clothes and everything.
Yep, like an art gallery, we can just put all the entrepreneur ideas into one building. One building.
How do I get my paintings in your art gallery?
Your paintings?
Yeah, let's say, as an example, if I was painting, how can I get my paintings into your art gallery?
That wouldn't be a problem because we all about helping other artists. So
very open to that.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be no problem.
Love it. Just bring them, show up and bring them, huh?
Yep.
All about collaboration.
Yep.
I love it. So then, and then my, going based off that question is what is the ultimate goal for the Hendrix Bros then? Like, what is your top of the mountain?
I'll say to inspire other artists to have no limitations on art in itself or what they can do with it. And also to keep the legacy going for, not only people we know, but family and so on.
I love it.
I have, like, one question before we head into our end game.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like, I don't want to say it. Like, this is like a personal part of, like, a personal project, I guess. What would you say peace is to you guys?
Peace.
Yeah.
I would say just being a positive person, like
just looking at the next person as your reflection. So put out the same energy, try to guide each other with integrity, and help each other level up because everyone has their own weaknesses.
Okay, so I mean, and this is I kind of thought about that too, based off of, like, other people's responses, and I would kind of equate that to, like, an external piece. It's like almost harmonious, I guess, with everybody around you.
There you go.
But what about that internal? Like, especially for what people are thinking about self-love, like the topic of self-love, right?
Right.
But having that internal peace that comes with it, how would you, what is that internal peace for you without any external factors? And then how do you reach that in your terms?
For me is not having that judgment on myself or others, not being too critical on myself and others, and just kind of stand in my own peace and being able to accept my flaws, but not dwell on all the flaws. Just look at what's happening good in the present. And that to me will bring you to that, longevity of peace.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Anything to add to that, Melvin?
I would say you pretty much said it. Just try to stay grounded in peace and just stay positive.
Right.
And consistent.
Yeah.
Are you guys in peace right now?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I had to ask. I was like, I can't pass this opportunity up right now. I have to ask this right now. So
Yes.
thank you for that.
No problem.
No problem.
Are you in peace right now?
80%.
Okay. Better than nothing. Could be 0. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm always in peace. I am peace.
Okay.
I'm peace, love, and happiness.
Like that.
Yes. So we're gonna go into our end game then. So every guest that come on the show, we always like to ask a few ending questions before we wrap it up for the day. So my first question is where are you guys still swimming to when it comes to? Let's do 2 parts actually. I want to focus on the paintings first, and then we can go to the music. So when it comes to the paintings, where are you guys still swimming to? And then when I say still swimming to, we look at it as life is like a continuing journey, no matter what. Like, I'm not done until I die. So, even though I make it to this one island, I still have another island I'm trying to get to. So it's like, what is the new island that you guys trying to swim to when it comes to your music? Or, I'm sorry, your art. Sorry, your paintings.
Right now, you want me to ask?
Yeah.
Right now, I would say a team. Like, we need a good, strong team of people that's like-minded. That's like our main focus right now, finding the right people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, definitely put our energy only into that. And where it's not like a 9 to 5. Not like you're working, but you're doing something that you love. So want to be able to, like you say, have that team, and we can just branch off to a point where it's like international, everybody doing their own version of art and what they already want to do with having the right positive support around them. A solid team, pretty much.
I like it. And then when it comes to the rapping portion of it, the actual music version of it, where are you still swimming to in that aspect?
Well, we just plan to keep making music. We want to work on an EP soon and another album next year. So just keep making albums and just keep collaborating with new people.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. What about you, Tim? Same answer?
Pretty much close. Network a little bit more with different types of artists. Blend our styles, kind of get similar messages out, and just show that everyone has the message, but they have their own version of the message.
Right.
And then when people listen to the message, just look at it like that's his story. A lot of it is from his experience. So we like to be able to, do music, but make sure the music is the reality of, what people are dealing with, and not something that's a little bit exaggerated. Because once it's too distorted, it will affect the youth in the wrong way. So we like to try to keep it positive where it connects with, like minds.
Right. But at the same time, authentic.
Definitely.
I love it. And then my last question I like to ask everybody is there a quote you guys would like to leave us with today? Any of your favorite quotes that you just go throughout life that you always use? Is there a quote you'd like to leave us with today?
I guess mine is very simple. You probably have a better one than mine. Stay present.
Yes. You want to break that down? Sorry.
Don't go too far in the past. Don't go too far in the future. Stay grounded and use the word gratitude. So you're definitely looking at the smaller things rather than trying to go too far in what you don't got or places where you can't get to. Don't strain your brain too hard to try to get there. Everything will be on perfect divine timing.
I love it.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
I don't know if I could think of any quotes right now. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, you're the master of those, though.
I mean, it ain't got to be like super deep.
It could be your own quote,
It could
too.
be your
I
own
would
quote, too.
say stay creative. Like, never stop being creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one I actually been trying to practice recently. Just be more creative. Cooking, cleaning, whatever the case may be, use some creativity, I tried some fried oysters the other day. Yeah. So,
You
stay
tried
creative.
cooking them?
Oh, yeah, I fried them myself, bro.
How'd it go?
I mean, they turned out all right, but like it's just I didn't get the right type of oyster. Let's say that I was looking for like the wine. The wine place got the big old oyster that big. That's all I was thinking. Now like these little bitty. So I like put it into a patty and like I opened it. I'm gonna use it, and yeah, it was like just a ghetto oyster cake. But yeah, I don't think it was good to eat too many of those.
Hey, at least it was all right.
Hey, at least I was creative. That's
There
my
you
main
go.
thing. I stayed creative. That was my thing. I got some trash and I became creative with it. So I love it. So you guys have so many different type of projects. Is there any shout outs or anything that we all should be looking for probably the next few months that you guys want to shout out or announce?
8-song EP coming out,
Yeah, we plan to do an EP within the next 2 months.
and some secret features.
No.
I don't want to give them out unless you. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
we just dropped
dropped
the
one.
whole album with 18 tracks, Hendrix Bros 6, and that's on all platforms right now.
Oh, number 6.
Yeah.
So that means you got 5 more previously.
Yes.
Okay.
We started in 2019, and we've been doing them ever since.
Oh, word. So one every year.
Yeah, one every year.
That's dope. That's really dope. So Apple Music, Spotify,
Every platform.
every platform. That's super dope. So yeah, go catch up. I gotta catch up myself now. I love it. And then art wise, any shows or anything coming up that you want to shout out? And you guys say you got about to get back into it. Any other
Yeah.
shows you guys are gonna be at soon?
Yeah, we plan to do first Friday and the first Friday of May. So,
First Friday in May.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
yeah.
Okay, first Friday in May, and then in the original art district, not on Fremont Street.
Yeah, on Main and Charleston at the Arts Factory.
Okay, just want to make sure we get that. Don't get that confused, people, because you say first Friday, think Fremont Street first.
Yeah.
So we were talking about real art, not liquor, not a shop mix.
Right.
Yes.
Yo, it's interesting that you said that too, because I just started reading this like philosophy book, and it's kind of like a short like shortcuts to understanding like the general principles of philosophy, and they were talking about like aesthetics, and like okay, what characteristics necessarily defines what art is, what is real art. And I feel like that's just too subjective to
Yeah.
kind of even like explain,
Yes.
or to even like designate if this is art. Like technically, this is art.
It can't
Like
be.
the
It's something I
design
like.
of it to hold the phone in itself, but then again, hey, it's just a contraption. It's not like what's the intent behind it? What was the intent behind the creation?
Right.
Which I just have to say like. It was an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then are we considering the girl that's walking around with her boobs out but stars on her nipples? Is that art? Is that art?
Who's to say?
I mean, they
Like,
charge for pictures, so it's like
Yeah. So it's the artist that the eyes of the beholder.
yeah.
artist and eyes beholder. I love it.
And then I think the one thought I had yesterday too, because I was reading this at the car wash, and I was like, well, you know, who's anybody to place value on another person's like project,
Right.
and you can't invalidate that, right? So why invalidate yourself since you're a creation of God, which is a whole beautiful art piece, like the creation of the world in general is just a whole big piece of art.
Right.
I would say to always just try to find the beauty in it,
Yeah.
instead of trying to like discount it.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
know,
And then also like find those who find the beauty in it.
Yeah.
Because I always thinks about that story. Real quick. The story of the kid. Dad's dying. He gives him a watch. He takes the watch to the pawn shop. They say $50. He takes the watch to the jewelry store. They say $200. He takes the watch to the antique guy. He says $1 million.
He sees the value.
He sees
Yeah.
the value because this is a true wooty watch. So it's like see the value. And they'll pay top dollar for that value, no question.
that.
But yeah, so appreciate you guys, Hendrix Bros, Melvin, Tim. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Anytime.
We appreciate all the knowledge you guys shared. I learned something about you guys. I hope somebody else out there listening learned something about you guys as well. And if anything, we probably gonna bring you guys back on so we can really have a conversation on what is art.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that would have to be a long topic right there. For
Looking
sure.
forward to it.
That part.
Yes, yes. So yes, thank you guys so much for the time. We appreciate you guys. Please make sure you guys go check out Hendrix Bros 1 through 6 and be prepared for the EP dropping very soon. And also check them out at the first Friday in May, so you guys get your paintings and possibly get you a custom one. I know Tease Mac had a few of them, and I always loved them. I was like, how do I get me one? So yeah, once the cameras get off, I'm gonna sign up so I can give me one myself. But yes, with all that being said, I hope you guys had a wonderful day, a marvelous afternoon, a splendid evening, and remember to just keep swimming. You want to shout out "Just Keep Swimming" one time for you?
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just
There you
keep
go.
swimming, you guys. And as we leaving now, we're gonna have that amazing drainage song playing in the background for y'all, so y'all can check it out.
hear it.